Hallo und willkommen, ich bin Meister Lenzi and this is Hannah Montgomery and you're watching Get Germanized England versus Germany, Differences and Similarities.
I am bored, what should I do?
Ah, ich weiß.
Get Germanized.
We decided to, well, compare the differences and similarities of Germany and England. So I'd say let's get started right away. What is different? What is the same? You go.
So there's obviously the ones that everyone always says that you have no sense of humour at all.
That's true.
Yeah. I think it's just different, that's all. I don't think
Yeah.
you don't have a sense of humour. It's just Brits are quite sarcastic and I don't think Germans get that as much.
Well, I mean, I guess you decide for yourself. Like
Yeah.
you experienced my sense of humor a little bit. So what would you say is it like in comparison to yours?
I think it's quite similar, but I don't know whether that's because you've learned so much English, so you're kind of Americanized.
So I'm not a real German.
You're not a real
anymore.
German is essentially what I'm saying, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so nice of you.
You're welcome.
And you also, I think what you said yesterday is that I was quite direct.
Yeah, you're rude. You're so rude.
Is that so?
Yeah, I think that's cultural differences, isn't it? So England, we don't say what we think. We are polite.
Yeah, you
always.
really don't. Like she sat there last time I asked her for food or for what was it? I don't know. But she, until I said it and here, there,
Here is
here,
the food, eat
in
it.
your mouth basically. Until then she wouldn't accept anything or ask for it at least. I was like, okay. But yeah, that's not necessarily the country's differences, that's the people's differences.
Of
What have you
course.
experienced when it comes to like the country?
So beer, sausage, and bratwurst, and food. Obviously, we don't really have.
You have pies.
Yeah, I don't like pie, but
I liked the pie and the like. I went to this craft beer pub. That was really nice. Like they gave us on like we bought pies. I
Nice.
mean, to be honest, there was this Englishman. His last name was Saint. He was a saint as well. He bought us drinks and food.
oh, I've seen that video. Just some random drunk English guy, and he just keeps being
he was
like,
awesome. Yeah,
just gives you everything.
he was awesome, and he said like I want to show you the English pub culture. And we were so amazed because in Germany, I don't think that would ever happen that a random person just comes up to you and then pays for your drinks and food just to show you what the culture here is like. It was really nice. I
Well,
liked
I've
it.
never known that to happen though, unless it's a creepy guy being like, "I'll buy you a drink." You know?
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
like-
people who I told about this always say like, oh, he wanted to get with you guys.
Yeah, that's normally what happens.
It didn't feel like that, you know? It wasn't creepy or anything. He was just genuinely nice. I mean, who am I to know what he really wanted? But no, I don't believe that. I do not believe that. He was just genuinely nice, and that was really cool to have that experience in Britain, in England.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Britain, right?
Yeah, England.
That's another thing. You can't say Britain
Well,
if you mean everything.
yeah, it's just the Scottish and the Welsh and the Northern Irish. They're very different people, so you can't
They'll
just generalise.
hate you.
Yeah, essentially, if you just think all British people are English.
But we compared that last night, right? And I said, well, I wouldn't mind if you called me European. Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
you can do that
Yeah.
and without offending me. But I think it's more so because, I mean, they always wanted to be their own thing.
Yeah, it's independence. That's what
It's
it is.
independence.
Everyone hates England.
And Germany, I mean, we feel independent enough, I guess. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't judge.
The next one is cars.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So how do English cars compare to German cars? What
Well,
do you think?
I think Germans do kind of average and mid-range cars better than we do. We do very expensive cars well, like Aston Martins and
Rolls-Royce.
Bentleys, Bond cars,
The
essentially.
cars that only James Bond can afford.
well,
only the government can afford and
course.
give to James Bond.
to ruin every
to,
time.
To ruin, yeah, and Q has to repair them all.
Poor Q.
Yeah. Poor. I mean, he builds rockets and weapons inside of them, so it's kind of his fault as well.
Yeah.
To encourage all that behavior, that destructive behavior.
Violence.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we don't really have a German James Bond. That would be funny.
What would he be called?
Heinz Bond.
Heinz Bund.
Heinz Bund. Heinz Bund.
Heinz Bund.
The German 007. Doppel 07.
That's horrific.
Doppel
That does not
07.
sound cool at all.
Heinz Bund. Cars. Other cars. You have an Audi, even though you live in the UK.
Yeah, German cars are very frequent in the UK. You see them more than anything. Volkswagens, Audis, Porsche, BMW, Mercedes.
Are they very,
Common?
what?
They're very common.
What? Are they very common? Are they very popular with people?
Yeah, extremely. Most people think German cars are the best cars
Really?
available to buy. Which they are. They're very reliable. They don't break down that often. Unlike the French cars.
Price range wise, which is more expensive, English cars or German cars? I mean the mid-range. Let's say mid-range cars.
It's like a Volkswagen in comparison to like a Vauxhall or something.
Isn't that the same company, just different names?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it is, actually. I think it is.
In which case, similar pricing.
Yeah, okay then. Great.
There you go. There's your answer.
Let's move on.
So football is a big issue for the English in comparison to the Germans, mainly because...
Which football?
Football. Proper football.
Not the one with rugby, I mean. Yeah. Okay. Okay, got that out of the way.
That's because England are shit.
In football?
At football, yeah.
Ooh.
They like to pretend that we're good, and yeah, but we lost against Iceland. Their country is this big.
True. I can't argue with that. Sorry, I don't have any.
No. Every time the Germans beat us, which is usually on penalties, which is a sore point. So English people need to make themselves feel better about it. So we have a song about Germans when we lose at football, and it goes...
2 World Wars and 1 World Cup.
That's the one. 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup, England.
I know that
2
one.
World Wars and 1 World Cup, England all the way. So we sing that to make ourselves feel better, because, you know, we won the war.
Great. We have some things that we call English people as
What's
well.
that?
Like island monkeys. Inselaffen.
We are island monkeys, that's true.
Basically, that I said that to that really nice English fella in the pub. Not to him, but I told him about it.
Yeah.
I told the staff actually about it because they were like my age, right? Or at least young people. And I was really drunk. And I thought like, because he called me, hey, you cheeky monkey or something like that. And I said, oh, we call you monkeys as well. Island monkeys. And he got, I mean, I always tell the story and I'm super embarrassed about it, to be honest. They just looked shocked.
Yeah.
In that video. I mean, you saw the video where it said that probably.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it was just horrific. I felt so bad afterwards because I didn't want to insult anyone. I just wanted to tell them about that.
See, that's the differences between Germans and English people. We don't say that thing to people we've just met.
Yeah.
You're just straight in there like, ha, you island monkey.
No, I didn't say that.
You did.
No, I did not.
Our history is, I think, taught quite differently to yours. Because we learn all about how Germans are just terrible people.
Everyone does.
I know, but
Americans do that too. England especially.
Yeah, because we fought you twice. That's all we focus on. For some reason, it's never on England's atrocities and what Britain has done as a bad country.
I am not sure what you're referring to. I don't think any
Empire. Yeah, so we just learn a lot about how we beat you and, you know, Germans' expansionist aggression and
I mean,
England.
to be honest, victors write history, right?
History is written by the victors.
Yeah.
Well done.
So,
Yeah.
yes, that.
That's what it is, essentially. I learned more about German history than I did about anything else.
Well, I mean, probably, Germany would have done the same. Just imagine Germany had won the war. We probably would have not told anyone about the atrocities committed by the Germans at all. Like, I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Let's keep that one quiet.
Yeah, let's just tell our kids whatever. So,
down low.
yeah. I blame, but I understand. Let's say that.
Okay. Germans stick to the rules.
True,
Your recycling is crazy in comparison to British. It's good.
But I just had this discussion with Emily and Tori from, Lamb Like and I Like Big Bucks, American girls that I did videos with as well. And she said that she never experienced Germans follow the rules. Ever. Like crossing the road, we cross it whenever we want in the big cities. To be honest, sometimes when there's a road and there's a red light, and I think it depends on how many other people are waiting. Like if we see other people are waiting, we wait most of the time. But if we think we can get away with it, then we go.
I was really good when I was walking around Bremen yesterday. I made sure I didn't cross at any red man.
Good job.
I waited for the green man.
But I'd say, like, generally speaking, it is more likely that we follow rules and to break them or bend them. Maybe we bend them more than we break them, but yeah. Is that your experience?
Yeah, very much so.
All right, then. Rule
job.
following it is. But what about the British? Do they like to follow rules?
Yeah, I think we're quite good at doing
Yeah.
what we're told. Yeah! I do. I think we're quite good at doing what we're told. We're very good at queuing as well. We're very good at that.
For the Americans, that's standing in line.
Is that literally what they call it?
I think. Lining up, yep.
They don't have a word for it.
That is the word, lining up.
It's not a word, is it? It's 3 words.
All
No, it's
right.
2 words. I can't
All
even
right,
count.
then. Other things other than lining up, is there anything that sticks out when it comes to British rule following or not rule following?
Like social conventions more than anything. Like you have to be quite polite. Tipping people. in restaurants. Customer service. German customer service is horrific.
Yeah, my friend Emily Bland from England. Sorry to confuse you guys. I got 2 friends named Emily, at least 2 friends. She always told me how she hates the customer service here in Germany because in England they're in your face with it all the time.
Well, it's not even necessarily that. It's just you have to be so polite. You're like, hello, how can I help you today? Like, not even just like sitting on a checkout and you're like checking the food out and you're like, how's your day going today? Yeah. Oh, have you had a nice... And you have to connect with the customer to have the best experience possible.
That's not going to happen here.
No, in Germany they're just like...
Yep, and then hello. Let me look in your card, they always say, like, because they need to check if there's something in there or not.
So they don't trust you, like you've been stealing things.
Yeah, it feels like they accuse you already before you've even done anything. Because sometimes they do this, because in Germany they sit at the register, right? So they get up and peek inside your wagon sometimes and stuff, yeah. That happens quite regularly. So that's your customer service for you.
Yeah.
You're a criminal.
You're a criminal.
Right away.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh, the towels.
The towel.
The towels on holiday. Have you heard that one before?
All the time.
All the time. It does happen.
Apparently. I mean, I've never done that, but some Germans, I think mostly the older generations would do that, like reserve their spot, their seat at the pool.
At 6 a.m.
Yeah, with a towel. They get up basically to do that. They set their alarm clocks and then go back to sleep. And everyone hates them for that. Every other nationality basically. That's what I heard at least.
It's true.
I've never seen it. Have you experienced that?
Yes. Yeah, everywhere I've been, literally.
Really?
Yeah, Tunisia, Egypt. Not really in Europe as much. Not in like France or anything, but yeah, you get up at like 10 o'clock and you go down and you're like, oh, look, it's nice and early-ish. And there's just towels.
10 is not that early.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wait, you do that.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, for us Germans, that would not be early, like, to put the towel out at 10.
No, that's quite early for an English person to...
I mean, it would be early for me, personally, as well. On holiday, that is. But
exactly.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, if that's true, that's pretty bad. Do English people do anything like that? Are they really obnoxious on holiday, or are they...
No, we're too polite for that.
Really?
Yeah. To my knowledge, it depends.
When they're really drunk, the guys and stuff...
Yeah, if it's a rowdy kind of lads holiday, let's on tour. If it's that kind of holiday, obviously, yeah, they can be quite rude and yelling. Well, to be fair, Brits, like when they drink,
a hen party.
Yeah, hen parties as well. Yeah, football hooligans as well are quite bad when they're in other countries watching football. Normally, something happens.
We got Fußball hooligans as well in Germany, so there's that. And if alcohol is involved, everyone is more rowdy. The Germans as well. Like, just look at Mallorca, the island. Majorca. We are not liked by the locals. No, yeah. I don't think so.
It's the same. Same as us. Yeah. The lederhosen and yodeling in the mountains.
Doesn't happen in the north. No mountain. I mean, some mountains. Not the Alps, though. No yodeling here. No. Lederhosen... During the Oktoberfest, when it's like going on in Munich, it's being celebrated at least a little bit after, I think, everywhere in Germany. We have one tent instead of 10, and then celebrate the Oktoberfest here as well. And wear lederhosen sometimes. You see it in Bremen as well. You see them run around the train station because the train station is next to the fairgrounds, basically. Cool. So it happens, but mostly in Bavaria, with the yodeling especially, I'd say, and the very south of Bavaria, in the Alps.
Edelweiss.
Edelweiss?
Edelweiss.
No, I mean, I don't... Yeah, you did it right the first time. Anyway, Edelweiss, what about it?
It's just known as being quite a Germanic flower.
Well...
I think that's from The Sound of Music, though, really.
Yeah, I think so. But, I mean, we got it in the south, and I even have... Hosenträger braces. I have some with Edelweiss on it. I bought it for the Oktoberfest. But I was told off by a local from Munich when I wore them. He was like, well, your shirt, I had a blue and white checkered shirt, is alright, but the expanders, whatever, the braces, not so much. Because, apparently that's not what you do. I don't know. Whatever. Do you have something in England that is similar, like, this is English, like, that is typically English?
English Rose, the Tudor Rose. Of the two, the red and the white.
I watched the Tudors, actually.
It's a good program.
Yeah.
That's associated with being quite English, flower-wise. But we all have national flowers. So Scotland has the thistle.
Yeah.
Wales has the daffodil. I don't know about Northern Ireland. I don't want to say shamrock because that's just a stereotype of Northern Ireland.
What is a shamrock?
It's the four-leaf clover.
Ah, yeah.
You know, lucky. Look at the Irish. Like
I can't do it, the Irish accent, for the life of me. But what is a traditional English outfit? Because we were talking about lederhosen, right? So is there something like that? I mean, I can only think of like Scottish outfits.
A kilt.
A kilt.
Aye, with a sporran.
Yeah, that's like the typical thing, right? But
Yeah.
that's not English.
Well, you have obviously like things that are really heavily associated with England, like what the Queen's Guards wear, like
Yeah.
the big bear hats, but obviously not everyone wears that. That's a very small minority in England.
Or diamonds and the crown. That's also only for the Queen. Not. I mean, it's still pretty British if you think of it. Maybe, I don't know. The crown jewels.
Crown jewels, yeah. I can't really think of anything that British people are, well, English people are really associated with wearing, to be honest. Any English people out there?
Maybe let us know.
Let me know.
What about t-shirts in winter and stuff like that? Instead, like
Oh, sandals with socks.
Shorts and, well, that's German, I heard.
Oh, English people do that a lot as well.
Ah, well, that.
That. Carbs.
Carbs. Oh, the food there, that's very carb heavy in Germany. Lots of potatoes.
Tatties.
Tatties?
Tatties.
What's that?
It's potatoes.
Ah, tatties.
Tatties.
Also very much...
Cheese.
A lot of meat.
Spätzle.
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 Spätzle. Spätzle. It's the German mac and cheese. That's the closest that I can compare it to. It's not mac and cheese, I know, my dear Germans, but it's the closest description, I think.
Better than mac and cheese.
Yeah, I have never had mac and cheese, so I don't know. I'll just say yeah. Sure.
No, it is.
Is it?
In my opinion, anyway.
Okay. Do you have mac and cheese in England?
Yeah, yeah. It's not as big as it is in America, but yeah, we have it.
What's the dish in the UK? Like in
Roast
England,
dinners.
sorry.
Roast dinners.
Roast dinners.
100%. Yeah, roast dinners.
Oh, I like that. I like my...
But you haven't ever had Yorkshire puddings.
No? Yorkshire.
You're...
From Yorkshire. Yeah? No?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yorkshire.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Pudding.
It sounds like it's a pudding, but it's not.
It's dessert.
No, it's not dessert.
Oh, because you call it pudding.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
It's
that's
just
very confusing.
Confusing, of course. But no, it goes with roast dinners. You have like your meat, which will either be like chicken or beef or lamb, normally.
Oh, is it the intestines in the pudding? No, that's haggis, isn't it?
Yeah, that's haggis.
Oh, shit,
That's
no.
very Scottish.
Yeah,
Don't really
Scottish.
have that downstairs.
Scottish. Ach no. Ach no.
No. Yeah, and then you have potatoes and a veg of some sort, normally beans,
Veg.
load of gravy. Yeah, vegetables. And then you have your... What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
And then you have your Yorkshire puddings, which is the best part of a roast dinner. So, yeah, that's very English.
Sounds lovely, actually. Sounds very nice. We have lots of roasts in Germany as well. But like I said, lots of meat, lots of carbs. That's basically German food.
It's German food.
It's nice though. It's very comforty food.
Comforty.
Comfort food.
Comforty.
Yeah, comfort tea. You like tea?
I do like tea, of course I do.
Oh, that's something very British, of course.
Of
tea.
course, yes.
We Germans, people don't know that, but we love tea as well. Especially like fruit tea. You use just like for black with milk and sugar. That's English tea. But Germans, right, we go all out with our tea. We have all different sorts. Like my cupboard full of tea. Different sorts.
Yeah, we
every
have that.
single one.
We do have that. I just don't personally like them.
Oh
But
shit. Okay, well.
People do go nuts over fruit tea.
Really? In England?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do too. So Germans love not only beer, but also tea. And wine.
Metal and techno, being quite German. You're kind
Metal
of,
and techno. Yeah, well, Rammstein and techno in Berlin, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Well, it's quite what you associate Germans with from England anyway. That
Sparkle party, German party. No?
you're a
Techno
weird
party?
guy.
Yeah, I'm German, after all. Yeah, I have heard of this before. But what's the typical English music? Also techno, I thought.
Do you think?
I don't know.
No, it's your stereotype of British people.
I know. I mean, I don't really know. Mostly techno, I'd say, as well. Electronic music.
Okay.
What do you guys listen to a lot?
Well, people like modern music, like at the moment. Like everyone loves Ed Sheeran, really.
I mean, here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the radio, all the American and British songs we got as well.
Yeah, we have loads of American music as well. So like anything that's popular in America is normally pretty popular in Britain as well.
Basically, I mean, we have radio channels that are supposed to play a certain amount of German music as well to not lose the German,
Yeah.
in it. But mostly English and American stuff, I'd say. Yeah.
Porn. Scary, scary porn. Yeah. The Germans are known in Britain for creating weird...
What is weird? Like that's relative.
Wie wolltest du wohl klauen? Komm, komm. Alarm! Alarm!
I don't know, normally like you just look at like programs like Family Guy and they like depict, it's like, du have Peter und Joe mit Gaspumpen, because they're like with gas pumps or something, and it's like you're just it's a stereotype that German porn is really weird.
Snark! Snark! Snark!
Like how? Dungeon porn? Like BDSM and stuff? Or what?
I don't really know. It's just known for being
Kinky.
kinky, yeah, but
Yeah.
in a weird way.
What? No. Not weird. German.
Exactly.
So wait, British are not kinky, right? Mhm.
Well, they probably are.
They probably
probably
are.
are.
So not only Germans.
No.
Don't always blame the Germans for your weird sex things. Just because you like them. We know you do.
And the last one I've got is naked Germans.
Naked Germans.
Naked Germans.
What do you mean?
When you have nudist beaches
Yeah.
a lot.
I don't go there.
I know, but
No one does. I mean, some people do actually, but it's mostly older generations, I'd say. I don't think any young people, unless they grew up going on holiday there frequently, would say, yeah, let's go to the naked beach.
nudist beach.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not. Nah, that's not
No,
my
that's-
thing.
That's not your thing. No, but you still have them in Germany.
Yeah.
I don't think we probably have some in Britain, but they're not
Yeah,
known about really. And I have one for Britain that we talk about weather too much, which I
Do
find
you?
to be true. Yes,
I mean, because the weather is so shite
exactly. That's
in
what we.
England. Same here, though, in Germany. It's shite all the time as well. Scheiße.
But like when we have a hot day, people can't deal with it. They're like, oh, it's too hot. Oh, it's too cold. So that no one can ever be happy. It's
No
either-
one can deal ever.
No, that's essentially it. And we like talking about the weather.
Well, it's an easy topic to cover, I suppose.
Exactly.
Shit chat. Germans love that. Not.
No,
But-
you don't like small talk, right?
No.
No.
It's pointless. Senseless and pointless.
Oh.
So basically that's it, guys, unless you have some more points that we forgot or that we just didn't want to mention. We'll never know. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Hannah's channel. Linked in the video description as well. Support this channel any way you like by, well, liking, by commenting, sharing. Sharing is very important. Sharing is caring. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to get Germanized. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.
Oh dear.
That's a good video.
Do you think?
Yo.